If there's one thing that can get a company absolutely destroyed on the internet, it's investing into NFTs and crypto. Riot Games had to practically beg for forgiveness, and so did Dead by Daylight. People just hate the blockchain. Despite all this, one company that has managed to not only rebrand itself using the blockchain and still be able to expand is Facebook, now named Meta. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg recently announced that they were expanding their high-tech Menlo Park campus in Silicon Valley. The campus was already impressive to begin with, and so here's your exclusive look into Meta's massive headquarters. Location: Facebook, or Meta's headquarters, lies in Menlo Park on the edge of San Francisco Bay. Spread out over 250 acres with over 30 buildings, the entire complex includes everything the employees might need to get their creative juices flowing. It's more of a town instead of a tech company campus. The headquarters is a 10-minute drive from the Menlo Park Caltrain station, and regular shuttles are also part of Facebook's plan to help their employees get to work more easily. The campus has tons of parking space too, if the employees want to drive to work. However, employees have also been allotted a transportation stipend so they can take advantage of the public transport system. The team: more than 12,000 employees, almost a quarter of Meta's entire global workforce, work at the Menlo Park Meta HQ. The team at Menlo Park is responsible for a bit of everything. Engineering, communications, and most importantly, virtual reality are all departments that the Menlo Park team is actively focusing on. The virtual reality department recently got a very big boost after Meta's Metaverse announcement and is now one of the most active departments at the company. The departments are arranged pretty randomly, so employees have to pass different ones, thereby increasing chances of socialization. Apple does a similar thing, which they say helps give rise to new ideas and promotes innovation. Speaking about innovation, Facebook has internal hackathons, where employees have to work on projects that they don't normally work on. This culture dates back to when Facebook was just started, and Mark Zuckerberg was hiring and promoting employees based on the winners of hackathons. Pretty cool, huh? These hackathons are what resulted in the development of the newsfeed feature, which now exists across pretty much all social media platforms. Facebook might have grown into a multi-billion-dollar company, but they haven't yet let go of the out-of-the-box approach that got them there. For a company named Facebook, they're really not doing things by the book. I mean, it's Meta now, but you get the point. Unlike traditional corporations that have gray, lifeless cubicles, Meta lets its workers customize their workspaces and offices as much as they want. An employee of the company was reported saying, "We try to hack our spaces." And no, that does not mean that they are hacking their computers. That's the job of the FBI. It means things like personalizing their desk by hanging a pride flag from a banister, or even going as far as to add a full arcade in their closets. Sounds a bit far-fetched? Well, what happened is that one of the employees decided he wanted to play games during his free time and brought a Japanese game on campus one day. This game was installed in his closet. Yep, you heard right. Other employees thought this was a great idea, and before you know it, the entire closet was a makeshift arcade. One guy even had a Dance Dance Revolution machine installed, although I'm not really sure how that would fit in a closet. What I'm trying to say here is that Facebook, or, well, Meta, gives its employees the power to do what they feel would be helpful to them. This lack of micromanagement gives more control to the employees and shows them that their management trusts them. Now I'm going to guide you through some of the other highlights of the Meta Menlo Park campus, so buckle up. 1. Main Street. Facebook decided to ditch the bench and eye candy amusement park approach that other companies use to swag up their campuses. Instead, Facebook decided to take a bit of inspiration from the nearby Palo Alto Main Street and come up with a Main Street of their own. This Main Street houses several cafes, eateries, and even a health and wellness center in case someone needs to go to the doctor or grab some meds. The Main Street is also where most of the employees hang out between meetings and hang out with their colleagues. You know how some of the best ideas you get are while eating good food? Well, that's exactly what Facebook is banking on. This Main Street also makes the entire campus look more like a small town rather than a conventional corporate office. It is also what led to the start of open space offices in tech companies. Now, I've got a cool little fact for y'all. Facebook was the largest open space styled office at the time of its new office's commencement. Now let's go to 2. Rooftop Park. The MPK-20 has been embellished with the additional feature of a 12.6-acre rooftop park. In Zuckerberg's own words, Frank Gehry designed a palette of colors in bands across the roof. The lush, lofty park sprawls over the entire roof, and it's a soothing reprieve for employees who often jog through the greenery during their much-needed blue light break. Some of the best features of this elevated garden include 90% native fauna, like the resident and migrant birds, hundreds of deciduous and flowering trees, over 150,000 native shrubs, and a 1/2-mile-long gravel pathway. Not only that, but the rooftop park also has been tastefully adorned with Gehry-designed teepees, beautiful art installations, and swanky lawn furniture. Lastly, the MPK's rooftop cultivates a strong adherence to environmental sustainability through the installation of solar panels. These solar panels can generate almost 2 million kilowatts of electricity each year, which is more than enough to power 70,000 homes per day. If that's not impressive, I don't know what is. Meta actively encourages its employees to go for walks on the rooftop and has retrofitted the rooftop with whiteboards and Wi-Fi to further boost employee productivity. Research has proven that walks surrounded by nature boost creativity, and apparently Mark Zuckerberg himself uses this tactic to get ideas. He has given several interviews on the rooftop and often takes a walk there. 3. Freebies. Who doesn't love freebies? Zuck knows just how much people love free stuff, and the Menlo Park campus has tons of them. There's a free arcade system, which has now been fully leveled up with top-of-the-line gaming equipment and virtual reality headsets. Food is also free throughout the campus, and last, but definitely not least, is the free laundry service. Meta has partnered with Purple Tie to offer its employees free pickup and delivery laundry service. This, according to Chloe Myers, a senior Meta employee, is to make people's lives easier. The real treat, however, is the culinary selection the campus offers. Food from all over the world. Remember how in Men in Black, Agent J and K go for pie and it helps them save the world? Well, that's just the power of good food in a relaxing environment. Something which the aromatic biryani scent you can find near the Menlo Park cafeteria is trying very hard to prove. The Menlo Park campus, with all its impressive qualities, would seem incomplete without the addition of good food. To make sure this doesn't happen, Meta has added culinary options from all over the world in their campus. From simple stuff like a good cup of joe to Ethiopian and Mexican delicacies, Meta has tried to be as meta as possible. To make sure the environment is as good as the food is, it is rumored that the chefs play ethnic cultural music matching the locality of the food they're serving that day. That's not all. Much like their strict adherence to privacy laws, Meta has adhered to the rule of always giving their best, at least when it comes to food. Art Museum. Frank Gehry was involved in designing the buildings of Meta's Menlo Park campus and was in one of these buildings their in-house artist-in-residence program, led by Guggenheim alum Tina Vaz. This program has placed 15 art installations within the building. The most famous of these installations consists entirely of recycled computer parts, like keycaps and motherboard fragments. The artwork has been made to look like tree roots and is inspired from California's redwood forests. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Also, a sub to the channel would be monumental. See you in the next one.